Hi folks, it's elephant time. He said, not hammer time, but elephant time. As you know, I finished my elephants before Christmas, so I'm just having a little run through. We've decided to change the way they fight under WRG. It's just way too complicated for what it needs to be, and we're all getting older, and we've just come up with a better way of doing things. So instead of working out individually each of the crew, which you used to do, the pikeman and the javelin man and the bowman, we're going now with the elephant combat and the crew combat. So that's two calculations, work it all out, done. So what we have done is we've changed the elephants. So if I just look to, as you can see there, this is what we call a fully armoured elephant. We've got leg armour, we've got chest armour, head armour, and some of them even have rear armour. So we're calling that a fully armoured elephant. Now if it only had bits of the armour, say not chest or not leg or maybe not a headpiece, that would be a partially armoured elephant. And no armour at all obviously would be an unarmoured elephant. The factors are, under the rules for an unarmoured elephant, and all we've done is added a -1 if it's a partially armoured elephant and a -2 if it's a fully armoured elephant. So that's how we're going to work things out. We've upped the ratios also, so an elephant counts as 10. It was 5 under the old way of doing it, but we count them as 10 now because we've upped the costs and everything. So it'll be a factor of 10, equal to 10 models fighting, even though it's represented by 1. So what we would have with elephant v elephant would be, the factor is 1, so it's 10 at 1 for charging. Okay, so it's a basic factor of 0. I'm saying that wrong, but obviously they're charging 10 at 1. They can't impetuously charge, there's no extra pluses, it's just 10 at 1. But because they're fighting fully armoured elephants, that's a -2. As I say, partially armoured elephants would be a -1. So -2, we start with a 0, +1 for charging, -2 gives an overall -1, and 10 at -1 is 8. That would be a score of 8, and obviously I'm doing the dice we would be rolling would be those dice. That's what you're looking for, the magic +4 on the d6 and a 2 on the negative dice. But for this we'll just do average dice calculation. So they each do 8. Now we take no other minuses. We've dropped the pike because we're just saying this is just ridiculous that these elephants will be worried by the pike or the crews in howdahs, so we've ditched that. What we've included is the crew as a mass. We've got so many javelin men, so many bowmen, so many pikemen, mahouts as well could be armoured, and again this represents 10 models. You know, have all 10 got bow, have all 10 got pike, have all 10 got javelin? We don't know. Perhaps only 5 mahouts have got javelins and 5 haven't. Perhaps only 2 have got pike. It's this conundrum of trying to get overcomplicated. So what we've just said is, it's the crew. So the crew fight as against elephant, it's factor 1. Is it factor 1? I'm just lying to you now. Let me just check. Elephant crew against elephant is factor 1. Have they got any javelins? Yep, there's one guy carrying a javelin. So you'll get a +2 because there's a javelin. But we count it for everybody because it's a crew mass. We know they're not all javelin men, but again, we don't know how many javelins. All 10 could have javelins. Or maybe only 1 or 2 have got javelins. We've got an archer. If he's run out of arrows, maybe he'd pick up a javelin and throw one. We don't know. If the pikeman breaks his pike, does he throw it like a javelin and then pick up some more javelins? We don't know. I'm sure anything would happen in combat. He's not going to stand by and say, I'm not fighting, I've broke my pike, that's it, I'm out of the battle. He's going to do the best he can to survive. Well, that's my rationale anyway. So we get 3 crew on this elephant at factor 1. They have got javelins. As I say, going back, if it was totally archer crew, obviously we wouldn't count the plus for javelins. If there was no javelin man at all, then there wouldn't be a plus for javelins. but we're saying 3 crew, factor 1, plus 2 for javelin, but they're fighting against armoured elephants. Now the rationale for that is obviously some of the javelins are going to hit the armour, some are going to get stuck in the wood of the howdah, some will get stuck, miss altogether, in the cloth, miss altogether. So that's why we count the armour. So it's an overall 1, so plus 2 for a javelin, but minus 2 because it's fully armoured. So we're back to 1. We've got 3 crew here, so it's 3 at 1, and 3 at 1 is 4. The elephant did 8 if I recall, yeah it did. So that's an overall combat score of 12. The elephant is worth 10, so 12 is more than 10, so that's 1 CPF on the elephant is fighting. If this one did the same on that one, that would be 1 CPF, so each of those would have scored 1 CPF. And there we go, nice and simple, cut out all the separate combats. We used to have to work out what the bowman had done, what the javelinman had done, what the pikeman had done, then add it all together. It was just ridiculous. So for all these years, that's how we had done it, but we've changed it, and it works. Because I'm sure there'll be arguments when the group meet. We haven't had a pike battle with elephants since last year or the year before. But that's where we are at the moment. Let me know what you think. I think it's simplified it a lot now. Having the, I mean, I still think you have to have the elephant separate to the crew, so there are 2 calculations, but it whistles through no time now that the crew are all one homogeneous body. So anyway, that's my little rambling about elephant combat. So thanks a lot, and bye for now.